Alright, boys, we got Nate here. Look at this handsome man. Woo! Look at them legs. Look at those legs. Boys, what's up? It's about 12:30 in the afternoon. Gonna head straight to Zoo Culture. Pack me a little bit of carbs on the way there. It's gonna be an hour and like 15-minute drive. Problem is, I'm like the worst driver when it comes to driving far away to places. Definitely not ideal, especially right now when I'm cutting and everything. All the calories are low and I'm starving myself basically. But I'm packing on some carbs to go. Actually, I like 2 handfuls of this. This is like heavy carb cereal protein. If you guys don't know what it is, it's a Keshin cereal. You guys need to get on it if you guys aren't on it. If you guys have like a sweet tooth like me, this really does fill you up. So I got like about 2 handfuls. Let's count that as being like, you know what, 1 big handful, so it's probably about like 200 calories or so. You know, I'm always like eyeballing shit. So let's go. We're gonna bang out some chest and shoulders at Zoo Culture.
On this day, I fucking told them I was going to Denver for a car. I went and smoked a thing. I got Chinese food and I went to this bum.
Alright, boys, we got Nate here. Look at this handsome man. Woo! Look at them legs. Look at those legs, bro. We got Garrett here. What's up, my man? Bro, I think the first videos I saw of you was you like chopping wood.
That fucking...
I changed my phone to my left hand.
You trying to bring out the lotion, dude? Garrett just makes me hit different. Garrett makes me different, man. Bro.
I looked around. I was like, someone watching me?
Rock myself in my room.
Sometimes I can't even take myself.
I look in the mirror and just squeeze one off, bro.
I feel like I've made it like on girl TikTok a couple times before. With like my legs, like, yeah, a couple times. Because all the comments are just females. Yeah. It's so funny.
Oh my god, dude.
They're out of pocket too. I'm like, fuck.
Wild. Dude, all the good ones are wild, bro. It's like, I'm not trying to have fun. It's like, dude.
I might deadlift with Nate maybe on Sunday.
You better. He's deadlifting on Sunday. We're gonna rip some heavy shit.
If I break my back, I break my back.
Yeah. He ain't gonna break it. His back's too big. His back's too big, bro. Okay.
There you go, baby. Ooh.
The cupping, see that cup shit?
Where'd you get it done at?
Dude, because this stuff lasts for like 2 weeks. I got like giant circles on my back.
Do you feel like it helps though, or anything?
It felt good. Nah, I'm not gonna lie, because he did it, and then he like fucking pressed my back and shit. It felt good.
Oh yeah, a little massage in that baby, huh?
Massage.
You got the glutes, little glutes.
No, I was looking for a good massage, bro. He should have
First saw it, like a lot of
It was, dude.
Oh, dude. Was it a big guy or?
Yeah, it was a fucking big old guy. Just dude,
there we go.
Because he would, God, dude. But it feels so good when they like release it. And it's just like releasing all the pressure. And, like, it feels super good.
There you go.
There it is.
Come on, up. Come on, let's go.
There it is.
Come on, up. Come on.
Hello, Flores.
I'm trying to get 6, baby.
Dude,
I don't know if I'll get 6, but
you better get 6.
Garrett will save my life. Hopefully.
Easy, come on.
Jeez. Easy, dog.
Up.
Look at that. Easy money, boy. Hell yeah.
Is that 295?
Yeah, 295.
Yeah, man said my one max where I'm like not fucking 6. Jesus Christ.
You'll get there. Just give me your deadlift.
Dude,
we'll switch for a day. We'll switch for a day.
Dude, I'm telling you, we'll deadlift Sunday and the man's gonna fucking rip 700 off the ground.
I'm gonna break my back. My spine's gonna fall.
Boy, you're compact and you have the back.
I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Did it die, yeah. Did it die. I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Whatever you want, I'll be whatever you want. Just tell me you love me or not, whatever it costs. I know I'm talking a lot, there's something I gotta get off. Don't wanna be this no more, I don't wanna drink no more. Always gotta do the most, thinking that I'm insecure. Really should've listened more, but I don't of course. I'm an asshole, I'm a good guy, I'm your best friend, I'm the worst type. Tell you everything that you heard right, just so I can fuck on the first night. Feel like I'm losing hope, running from coast to coast. I don't know where to go, this all I've ever known. I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire.
think I'm perfect, I know I'm not. My mama be worried, I told her stop. They know I did drugs and think that I'm off. Little do they know I never could stop. My manager hate when I'm pulling up late. Back on my bullshit, she think it's a phase. I got relations I gotta maintain. I'm two different people, my side and my main. Yeah, I'm sober, I'm an addict, I'm a low life, I got habits, but I refuse to be average. Really so tired of acting. Don't know what I miss no more. Too bad you don't hit me more. I'm bad when I get too bored. Careful what you wishing for. I'm a stone cold killer. I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. No. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? I'm a stone cold killer. I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Won't die. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait.
Alright guys, finished the workout. Got the new raw gear drop. Guys, make sure you guys run up my code. The more you guys run up my code, the more shit I can do. And actually you're supporting me, man. I mean, like, fuck, support your boy. But I got the new raw gear drop. Maybe I'll do a little bit of modeling for you guys since your boy is cutting. Got that skull face apparently. But much love guys, camera's about to die. I'll catch you guys later. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, so I'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, what's up? We're in my room right now. So your boy is sick, but I'm gonna make this video because I get a lot of DMs pertaining to this subject. You guys read the title of the video, so you already know. How to cut. I get so many people that DM me, bro, I'm skinny fat, bro, I'm not cutting as fast as you are. Bro, how are you cutting so fast? I'm gonna answer all these questions right here. We're gonna break it down to 3 things, keep it nice and simple. Number 1, for myself, it definitely has to be build overall muscle mass in your frame. I'm someone that grew up chubby and fat, and I went through that skinny, chubby, fat stage. You know, it's kind of a weird limbo state where you're not fat, but you're kind of like, you're not aesthetic, you don't got abs and shit. So I know what you guys are talking about, or the other way around when you're just fat as fuck, and you're like, bro, I want to cut. So I've gone through that. I know how it is. You know, I was fat as a teen, as a young kid. Number 2, it is going to be eat foods that are sustainable for yourself when you're cutting. You know, make sure you eat the foods that you should be eating. A lot of that is discipline. Number 2 is the discipline in the foods that you eat. You know, make sure you know what you are consuming. Number 3 is take the cut slowly. This is for people that are trying to hold on to that muscle mass. Too many times, including myself, I made the mistake of just cutting too fast. You know, you bulked up, you're fat as fuck, and now you want to get fucking diced. Then you just start doing cardio and just running a lot, lifting and eating a lot less. Your calories will just drop a lot compared to the way they were. Drop your calories slowly. So we're going to go more in depth with this. So number 1, muscle mass overall. So people always DM me, bro, I want a 6-pack. My fat. Do I do more sit-ups? Do I do more crunches? Do I get someone to punch me in the fucking gut and build up my core like that? No, bro. You want to build overall muscle mass in your whole frame. The reason behind this is because the more muscle you have in your frame, the more calories are utilized throughout the day. Muscle needs calories to sustain itself. And with more muscle mass, actually utilize more calories throughout the day. And that's going to greatly help you burn more calories. Besides the more muscle mass fact, you have to be able to have a routine. You know, have a routine that you stick to. You're not going to build muscle mass if you don't have a routine. Being able to stick to a routine is the same thing as this when it comes to overall muscle mass. You're not going to get a 6-pack by just doing abs. You know, I want you to do a push-pull leg. Something simple as that. Starting off where you're going, how your mindset is, your routine has to be able to be sustainable. For some people, 3 times a week is perfect. I mean, when they go more than 3, I go 6 times a week, but that's just myself. Maybe 4 times could be good too. It just depends where you're at, but you have to get a routine that's sustainable. Starting off when I was young, I couldn't work out 6 times a week. It was hard, you know, being able to go to the gym. I was taking 2 days off, sometimes 3 days off in the gym until I built up that stamina. I'm thinking about that level up. I learned how my body reacted, and I built that stamina that my body can maintain now and handle. It was very difficult being able to mentally make myself go to the gym when I was, you know, most of the time I'm like, shit, I'm tired. I don't want to go to the gym. And this is the part where I'm going to tell you guys, sometimes I don't want to be at the gym. Sometimes I'm like, fuck this. I'm tired. I'm cutting right now. It's exhausting. I can't work out as hard as I used to. But that's the discipline factor. You have to realize that you're not always going to enjoy the gym. And that's the fucked up part, especially for what your goal is. You're going to enjoy the aspects of the gym. But the feeling that I get when I'm done working out, it's a feeling of gratitude and being able to push myself and overcome something that I didn't want to do necessarily. And you have to take it for what it is. If you love that, and if you get that type of that type of reaction or gratitude towards you being able to achieve something that you didn't want to do and be proud of yourself, then make sure you keep to it. And when I say overall muscle mass, there's probably people so confused. Okay, quick promo, guys. If you guys want to help me out, make sure you use code FLORES for raw gear. This is a new drop coming out this week. It's coming out the 19th, guys. Make sure you run up my code. You know, let's fucking do it, baby. Let's go, Demon Climb. So getting back to the overall muscle mass. When you're building the overall muscle mass, your framing structure is just gonna get toned up. You know, you're gonna be able to have more of a balanced physique. My biggest mistake growing up was, bro, I fucking love chest press. I did nothing but really bench and maybe shoulder press, but I mean, most of my workouts were benching, push-ups, bench. I did do crunches, don't get it wrong. I feel like people that do focus on abs and do abs, it is gonna play a pivotal role when it comes to defining them a bit more. But starting off, if you have a higher body fat percentage than muscle mass, you're not going to be able to get those abs you want. I ever got abs when I was a kid was working out aggressively. You know, I was playing football. Not only just push-ups, but I was running. I was doing a lot of HIIT stuff, you know, high intensity workouts, things like that. And I was able to shred up because I built more muscle mass in my overall frame. And the more muscle mass you have in your frame, the more calories you use throughout the day. Since I have more muscle mass in my frame, it was easier for me to cut down from 194 to where I'm at right now, about 166, 167. It's because of the more muscle mass I have. Not only have I dropped down my calories slowly, but I'm feeding my body the protein and nutrition it needs to maintain that muscle mass. Of course, you're gonna lose muscle mass no matter what, unless you're on the special sauce. All right, hold up, guys. I think my Chipotle came in. I gotta get that. All right, guys, so my Chipotle is here, so I'm gonna finish this video. So let's get to it. So we're talking about the importance of overall muscle mass, I believe so. Maybe I might have to edit this out or so, but I like keeping it a little bit more authentic and real. But when you're building overall muscle mass, your body's gonna, so we're talking about me, an example. So I've worked out for a long periods of time. I built muscle mass in my frame throughout the years. And the reason why I was able to shred weight a little bit quicker, especially this is I think, I wouldn't say the fastest way. No, this isn't the fastest I've shredded before, but this is the most efficient and the most shredded I've been holding on to my muscle mass because I took it slowly. But going on to the fact, let's just say, even when I'm sleeping, I'm burning more calories than you would because I have more muscle mass in my frame. If I have like 80, let's just say I have a 70% muscle mass, 80% muscle mass on my frame, then you only have 30 or 40% muscle mass on your whole entire frame. Even if you have more muscle mass than a normal person, you're burning more calories than that person because your body just has caloric intake necessity. When you're sleeping, you utilize more calories. It's very interesting when we get to the topic of skinny fat. You have to do 1,000 sit-ups to get abs. No, you don't. The reason I would say do abs because it helps you flex your core, and it's a way to be able to know how to flex your core. It's like doing a bicep flex. You learn how to flex it. You learn how to flex it. So if I'm standing here, you know, this is me relaxed. Now I'm flexing it. Flex. So when you're doing crunches, you're learning how to control your abs and your core. Even with vacuums, like if I'm going here, I'm gonna breathe out. Damn, being sick and doing that is not a good idea. Holy shit. One rule is build more overall muscle mass. You just have to. You know, don't get discouraged that you lost weight and you're still skinny fat. Just build more muscle mass. How do you do that? Make sure your protein intake is at a decent level. Make sure it's about, I think, 1.2, 1.8 to body weight. It doesn't even necessarily have to be that high. The biggest mistake I made starting off, which could be the importance of protein, I was under my protein intake. You know, maybe a lot of it has to do with genetics, but majority of like my lifting like career or whatever, I never had really high protein intake. And I got to a certain point, but I definitely have grown a lot more, realizing the importance of protein and other supplements. Shameless plug, guys. As know, I am sponsored by Rise Protein, best protein in the world. It has a chocolate cookie blast. I love this. It's lit. So with this protein, I don't get the bloatness that I used to get with other proteins. Also tastes delicious. It's 25 grams per serving and 150 calories. It's fucking good. So use my code, guys. Run it up. So number two, make sure you pick foods that you can sustain. So a lot of people go on these crazy diets, liquidation diets, you know, these fucking goofy diets. Like they just go all keto and they can't maintain all those different type of diet fads. You know, if you talk about, there's like the carnivore diet, there is the keto diet, there is the liquid diet, there's the vegetarian. There's a lot of things that people do to try to lose weight. And a lot of these diets, you can lose weight and it can work. Don't get me wrong. I used to do a lot of keto. I used to do intermittent fasting a lot. It does work to a certain point, but the thing is, can you sustain and maintain it? That's the thing I want everyone to know. Maybe I can sustain intermittent fasting better than you can, and you're more of a person who has to eat every 2 hours. Because if you try to do intermittent fasting, you may be able to withhold throughout the day, but then it gets to 10 o'clock, you eat your meal. You wake up at 12, fuck it, let me eat more. Oh, damn it, let me eat more. Some people, they can't go to sleep without that filling of the stomach. My phone just fell. So that's the thing, make sure you pick a diet that works for you. Pick foods that you are able to sustain. My thing is, I love chicken. I love steak. I'm a very carnivore heavy eater. I eat lots of meat. I have to remember to eat, I have to force myself to eat vegetables and other things. The thing is as well, as much as I love eating high protein food, number 2 has to be the food you can eat and be disciplined about it. As much as I love eating plain chicken by itself and dry, I don't really like eating it that much, to be honest with you guys, but I'm able to sustain it. A lot of it has to do with the discipline. It's not that bad for me, but for someone else, they may want to throw up after the sight of just eating chicken. Like, damn, it's just plain. Don't got no cheese on it, got no motherfucking mustard or ketchup. This shit dry. Yeah, it can be dry. So pick a diet that is sustainable for yourself. That's number 2. Not every diet that every celebrity does. You know, another video could be talking about fucking celebrities. These celebrities are they fucking out of pocket. Talking about how they started working at 4 a.m. and just made a whole complete transformation. And they started this new diet fad and just got fucking jacked. Bro, all these motherfuckers on roids. But before I go off topic, number 2, I'll just reiterate it. Make sure you pick your diet that is sustainable for yourself. For me, it's high protein. High protein diet. I eat every 2-3 hours of a high protein amount of intake. Do I always do that? No. Don't be too hard on yourself if you can't be that disciplined. But make sure you do know your caloric intake. Again, number 2 has to be important with caloric intake. What is a caloric intake? Being able to look at a label and decipher what you are precisely intaking. So there's a lot of things that go into losing weight, but the main things you want to look at is going to be the calories right here. Every label has calories. So this one has 150 calories. A normal person consumes 2,000 calories. But you're working out, you can eat more than 2,000 calories depending on what your goal is, your height, and other things like that, and your activity level. But 150 calories right here, 1 scoop. If I have 2, that's 300 calories. Let's just say right now I'm at 2,000 calories right now. 2,000 calories. So I've already used 300 of my calories. Only got 1,700 to go. Simple as that. Again, you do want to look at essential things. The carbs in here are 6. People ask me, see, that's another video, carbs. Carbs aren't necessarily bad for you. They're just energy that your body uses. And if the carbs aren't utilized with your body turns that into fat basically, and it has a lot of water retention. So you never want to, if you're competing and you're trying to get single digit numbers, you do have to play with your carbs. Low carb days. I've never gone 0 carbs. I go like maybe 50 carbs, 30 carbs, grams of carbs. Never gone really completely 0. I don't think you have to. That's fucking crazy. Sugar, you don't want to fuck with sugar too much, but that's another video right there I can make for you guys. So make sure you know what you're eating. Make sure you take account of what you're eating, because half the time I ask you guys, okay, what are you eating? You're like, you guys are disciplined, this and that. I'm like, great. Then yeah, I went to a restaurant, had some spaghetti and some chimichangas and some loaf of bread. Some Italian restaurant, got some or a Mexican restaurant, got some conchas, and I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, I was a personal trainer, and I know how people are. It's hard to maintain a certain diet. Can you, of course, eat out now and then? Yes, but make sure you're disciplined about it. Don't fucking make it every other day. I was a trainer. I worked with clients, and more than half the time, they were lying to me. I went to this restaurant. They would tell me what they got, and I was like, holy fuck, like, bro, that's a lot of carbs. You went spaghetti and you got more loaf of bread, especially if you're Italian or Mexican, bro. You love bread, fine. You have to kind of stay away from that. All right, number 3. Again, guys, raw gear, cold floors, rise, cold floors. I'm sorry if I'm just smashing this in there, but your boy definitely wants to be out there doing shit. So make sure you guys use my code. The more you use my code, the more things I can do for you guys. And back to you guys, I want to send you guys protein and stuff like that. I definitely want to do that. Some fucking drippy clothes again, cold floors. But number 3, it is going to be being disciplined about it. When you're shredding, I want you to cut weight slowly. There's so many people that as soon as they bulk up or they decide they want to cut, they want to do it quickly as possible. But again, if to maintain that muscle mass, you want to cut slowly. You want to give yourself an ample amount of time. For myself, I gave myself 3 months and a half basically. You know what? I gave myself 4 months to cut weight. That's a lot of time. Think about it. 1/4 of a year of me dieting and cutting weight. So I get so many people telling me, bro, how are you cutting so fast? It hasn't been that fast of a process, guys. The thing is, I've been cutting down so slowly, cutting weight. If you do it slowly, it's gonna suck in the beginning. Cause again, when I was 188, 190, I was like, fuck, bro, I'm eating differently, I'm cutting weight, but I still look fat. But I'm telling people I'm cutting. And they're like, yeah, you know, But now people are like, holy shit, Flores, how did you get so shredded? It took discipline. Make sure you cut down your calories slowly. Myself, I struggled with doing that. As soon as I decided to cut when I was younger, it was time to get fucking sliced and diced, bro. I wanted to be shredded. I did get shredded, but I lost a lot of muscle mass. I was skinny. I lost my glutes. I had like no ass. My legs got smaller. A lot of the places that you store a lot of high body fat percentage, when you cut quick as possible, you lose all that muscle mass you have. Like my legs, I store a lot of fat. I have muscle mass in them now, but if I cut too fast, I'm gonna lose a lot of muscle mass in my legs and lose a lot of the fat that gives my leg size. Now, I'm cutting down slowly, so I'm maintaining as much muscle mass I have on my legs and losing that fat. If I did it fast, I'm gonna lose muscle mass and the fat on my legs, and I have fucking twig legs. And you guys have seen my leg transformation videos, so definitely cut slowly to maintain that muscle mass. So all these 3 things I'm telling you guys to do evolve with one another. You know, the more muscle mass you have, the more fat you burn, the more calories you utilize, basically. And with that being said, to have more muscle mass in your frame, you have to do workouts that are like push-pull legs. You just don't do sit-ups. You have to have a body frame that puts muscle mass around your whole frame. Trust me, guys. Don't be the guy who just does biceps and chest and shit. Some people have the genetics for it where they just store low body fat percentage, but I wasn't someone like that. Myself, I noticed the best results growing up is when I started training my full body. That's when I noticed the abs coming. That's when I noticed getting toned up. All that stuff you guys want, trust me. Make sure you focus on building overall body mass. These are 3 reasons. I'll go back, reiterate them. Number 1, overall muscle mass. Make sure you build that overall muscle mass. Number 2, guys, you have to pick a diet or have a schedule of food that you can eat and sustain for a long period of time. You have to eat foods that are high in protein. Know what you're eating, track them. Number 3, cut slowly. Don't cut too fast. That's the biggest problem people make. They cut too fast. Be disciplined about it. Make sure when you're cutting, you're staying true to your goals. It's gonna get hard, but again, it goes back to number 2. Pick foods that you can sustain. And again, with number 2, make sure you're accountable for the foods you eat. Don't say, be honest with yourself, you know, you're eating good, but then you had 3 pizzas at night and maybe you went out the next day after that at the bar, or if you guys are kids, maybe the kid who's taking the other kids' lunches. You know, make sure you're staying true to your caloric intake. Learn about it, guys. It's not that hard to learn about the calories you intake. Like I said, maybe I'll make a video on it. Let me know if you guys want me to make a video about how I look at the back of a nutrition label. I look at it simple. There's a lot of things in the back of a label that can get complicated. But if you look at it and you pick the certain things that I know that I can tell you guys to look at, it definitely does play a big role. Again, a lot of it has to do with your nutrition intake. If this works for me, maybe your body requires more of a, maybe requires more calcium, maybe more vitamin D, and other things like that. You may have to incorporate that in your diet. But in overall aspect, I can make a video about talking about nutritional facts on the back of a label and what I look at and how to decipher if that's good for me or not. It's very simplistic. But yeah, guys, let me know if you guys will like that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Much love. I appreciate everyone telling me to get better. Next video is going to be about overtraining. So I'll catch you guys later.